It's a monument to the contempt in which Lebanon's politicians hold its citizens, to the criminal negligence that caused last year's explosion at the port. No one's been held accountable. No one's faced justice for the 218 people who were killed.
Whoa.
The blast was caused by more than 2,000 tons of ammonium nitrate left lying in a warehouse for 6 years. The politicians who let it happen remain in post. Earlier today, people protested, holding pictures of those who were killed 1 year ago. But by dusk, youths were throwing rocks and the streets of Beirut were full of tear gas. A collective surge of fury that nothing's changed in the last year. In fact, everything's got worse. Young Lebanese feel they've nothing to lose. There's no leadership and no solutions. The political is always personal. A few days after the blast, Ahmed al-Hajj al-Staifi wished that he and his family had remained in Syria. His wife Khadija and 2 daughters Latifa and Jude were killed in the house they'd seen as a refuge. Today it's just him and his 2 surviving daughters. 16-year-old Dima still struggles to walk, although 18-year-old Diana has made a good recovery, at least physically. It's been, he says, a year of despair, when memories of simple pleasures like drinking coffee together in the garden are too painful to endure.
أكيد بدي أكون أنا الأم والبي والكل لحتى خليهم يقطعوا هالمرحلة هالسنة بحيث إنه أنا أكون أنا واقف حدهم وقوي حدهم لحتى يتخطوا هالشيء لأني يقدروا ينسوا بس شوي ونتأقلم ونستمر مع الحياة نقطع بهالمرحلة.
Well, the windows, or they blow inside.
Last year I met Cynthia Rafoul outside her jewellery shop just after it was destroyed by the explosion. I was shocked at the force of her anger with Lebanon's politicians.
What do you feel about the government and the people who are in charge? We have to erase them.
Now she and her husband are renovating their building with no government help. They want to stay in Lebanon, but many of their friends are leaving. So does she still want to erase the country's politicians?
Yeah, and kill them. I don't. Oh, because they need to be judged. Just think about it. If we had a good system, a country who respects a politician who respect their people and their country where they live, you think we will have this explosion?
All Lebanese remember Dr. Isra Seblani posing for her wedding photos in the centre of town. She and her husband survived.
ما بنحب even نرجع بالوقت بالذاكرة لهيداك الوقت. especially أنا يعني أنا لدرجة إنه لليوم ما في إلي صورة عرسي ببيتي مش حاطة صورة لألنا وما بقدر.
Today, soldiers laid wreaths at the official memorial at the port, as if Lebanon were a functioning state with solid institutions. They even had a flypast trailing the colours of the Lebanese flag. Below, the families of victims attended a mass. August the 4th is a day of mourning, not just for those who lost their lives, but for a country that rose from the ashes of civil war, only to descend into corruption, dysfunction and despair.